Here with Concordia head softball coach Brock Culler to preview the 2023 season, and as we record this, only really about a couple weeks or so from first official games of the season. I know you've been excited about getting the chance to take over a college softball program. You've been at the high school level and have also experienced college softball too, but what have you found to be most enjoyable just about this experience so far?
When I get here every day, we're all here for the same reason: is to win, to be successful, to be surrounded by people that share that same approach, and then work with these athletes. These athletes are here for the same reasons we are. They want to win, they want to be successful, they want to be great leaders and great people. And it's really easy to come to work every day when that's the atmosphere.
We talked a little bit in the fall about how things were progressing. I know a lot of early mornings in the fall and some now too in the winter time getting ready for the season, but maybe you can just give us an update on how smoothly things are going in terms of getting to know everybody and how are they kind of responding to the approach that you have and what you've been throwing at them so far.
Yeah, we this fall it was just getting to know each other. That was a lot of it, and then leading into the spring here, this like our practices, we even talked this morning as coaches, we are heads and tails above where we were this fall. It's just it's outstanding. These girls are really starting to buy into how we're wanting to play this game and how things are going to look, and the confidence levels are going way high, and we just had practice this morning. It was unbelievable. It was by far the best practice we've had to date, including the fall.
Well, we're still in the kind of the cold months in Nebraska. Hopefully that's about to clear up though in another month or two, but what have you learned about how you get ready to prepare when you really can't get outside much still?
Yeah, it's tough because you want to simulate the game the best you can, but you're doing it inside. We play this game mostly on dirt, and we haven't been able to do a lot of work on the dirt, but I know that over this next weekend here we're going to be in about 50-degree weather, and on Monday we're going to have a scrimmage planned out here on the turf, so that'll be really good to get outside, and I know these girls they're excited to get outside, outdoors. We've been doing a lot of live hitting stuff in the annex with our pitchers. We had some umpires come in, and we tried to simulate it the best that we could, and that went really well. I think that they just see that we're starting to make progress. Every time we get together, we're getting better, and they're you can just start to feel the energy level rise.
Well, I'm sure you've gotten a little bit more familiar with Concordia Softball and the history of the program. What do you appreciate most about just getting to lead this program in particular?
There's a really good baseline, so it's not like you're coming in and you're trying to build something all the way up. It's the expectations are there, the tradition's there, so it's easy to just come in and build on that. Say, look, this is where it's been. We need to at a minimum maintain that, but this is what we're driving for. So we're working for more than just ourselves as individuals, but this program does have a lot of history to it, and it makes it a little easier to drive home some of those messages.
Well, as you've assessed kind of the personnel that you've seen in the fall and through the winter, are there things that have really stood out to you?
Yeah, our the ones that we've expected to be good performers have been good performers, but now they're adding a lot of energy and meaning behind that, and it's only getting a lot better. Our younger ones from the fall to now, to see them progress and just get comfortable in doing what they're doing it's really fascinating, and it's fun for us to watch as coaches how this group is coming together and they're moving forward. It really is. It's pretty outstanding, and a lot of that has to do with that older group. A few of those that are helping guide those kids, not only by telling them, by leading by example, being vocal, but more of an example. It's pretty outstanding. It really is. It's neat.
In terms of past accomplishments, Caitlin McGarvey's one that stands out. She's been first team all conference. What have you maybe seen from her that you feel like has probably made her a good player and hopefully a good leader for this team too?
She's her and I just talked before this interview. Her practice this morning, she came in and she felt like this was probably her best practice to date. I agree. This morning was outstanding. That kid was on a different planet this morning. Like the things that she was doing, she's going to be an outstanding player. There is no question. She's got a lot of talent. She's got a lot of drive, a lot of passion. It's going to be fun to watch her this spring.
When you think about how things are starting to look across the different positions on the diamond, what are you still looking at in terms of position battles? Maybe some things are still a little up in the air. How is that coming together?
Yeah, we posted a depth chart last week, and this is the first time that a lot of these girls have ever looked at a depth chart when it comes to softball. But it's a good communication tool. It lets you know what we're thinking as a coaching staff, and it kind of puts you, in a position to where, okay, I'm the number one catcher. What is number 2 and number 3 doing? Now you're real mindful of that, and our practices have really gotten really competitive. The buy-in for that has been really good. My concern this time last week was a little bit of depth. I thought we had some depth issues. But now going after today, I think our depth is getting a lot better. We've got a lot of those 2s and 3s that are really stepping up and getting competitive, and that depth is going to be very important, especially in the circle. Our pitches, we got 6 of them, and they're all doing a really good job. They're working hard, and I'm real anxious to see, because I've gotten to see our pitchers throw. Infielders, our defense, our outfielders, they look pretty solid. I just need to know offensively what this team's going to be like. Yeah.
I wanted to talk a little bit more about pitching, as you mentioned. For 4 years, this program relied a lot on Camry Moore. Now you're kind of remaking that pitching staff. Jersey Rowe is the one that probably has the most experience at the college level, but what are you expecting out of that group? What are you seeing right now?
So we've got 6 of them, and I've talked to them several times, and their workouts have been great. This is going to be a sort of everybody's good at something, nobody's good at everything type of approach. I think you going into this season, we're not going to have the one that we're going to wheel out there, and we're going to expect to have 10 strikeouts. A lot of these pitchers bring a lot of really good pitches to the table, and our scouting reports and our in-game adjustments are going to dictate who's going to do that. I think it's going to be more of a committee type of thing. Obviously, Jersey this fall, when we went to Iowa Western, she threw a complete 7-inning game, looked outstanding. Will there be opportunities to throw complete games? Absolutely, if we're in the flow. But we've got, with the depth that we have with our pitchers, we have the ability to make adjustments in a game and bring in 2-3 pitchers in a game to counteract anything. So yeah, pitchers have looked good. I'm pretty impressed.
Just wanted to touch on recruiting. It seems like things have gone well on the recruiting trail. What can you say about just the response you've gotten from around the state when you're trying to sell Concordia, Nebraska?
Recruiting has gone really well, and when I got this position in June, that's the first thing I did is I wanted to know what our current roster looks like, what our depth looks like, and I went out and I recruited hard. And selling this university isn't as hard as what somebody would think it is. It's the like I talked earlier, there's a lot of passion here. There's the willingness to win, and it shows. We don't just talk about it. You know, you can see things in action that prove that we want to win and we want to be successful. We want our athletes to enjoy their experience here. And then just the history with the program. Look, here's what Concordia has done as a program in the past, so that we have a really good baseline, and here's the direction that we want to go, and we can do it fairly easily doing these things with these players. And I'm really excited about how recruiting's gone. Our current players have helped with that. They're good kids. They mix, they talk well with these kids, and I'm pretty fired up. I'm pretty excited about the group that we have now, the group that we've got coming in, the future of this thing. I want the snow to go away, and I want to get on the dirt and go to work.
Lastly, I know there's not that much time before you play a game, but what do you kind of still want to accomplish before you get out there for the first time this season?
So I talked with our pitchers this morning. We got a few more things that I want to try and clean up a little bit there. I want to push them a little bit harder these next couple weeks. And then just offensively, I really want to see what we're going to look like offensively. We have some good team speed. I think we're going to be able to utilize that in a lot of situations. I just want to know what our depth is. What, are we going to be? Do we have 12 hitters? Do we have 7? And then we got to fill. I'm really curious to see offensively how this team's going to go.